Welcome back to Flourish with Ruth. I'm your host, Ruth Fleury. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We need to talk about how we're feeling and how others may be feeling and how we could be supportive. It's important to talk to teenagers to see how they're thinking and how we could be supportive as parents, as teachers, as caregivers, and as adults that they can trust. In one word, describe how you are feeling today and why.
I feel very optimistic
Okay, why?
because going into this episode, I feel like this is gonna be a good episode. I feel like I'm gonna do better than I did last episode.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna bring more knowledge into this episode. So
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Yeah.
And what about you, young man?
For me, I would say that I feel very tranquil.
Okay.
I said that because I had a very good day today, and I'm coming into this interview. My mind is strong and I'm ready to answer, all these questions. I'm ready to have a good time. Basically.
Yes, and we're gonna be playing Uno. And remember, there's no relationships in Uno, so get ready, get
I'm
ready.
gonna finish. I'm about to win that trophy.
I have two special guests here with me today. A returning guest, Rufredo,
What's up, y'all?
and our new guest, Jerumiah.
Everybody, family.
Yes, mental health. What does that mean to them as teenagers? What it means to me as a mom? Our first question for these lovely gentlemen: what do you think people misunderstand the most about mental health for teenagers? Who would like to go first?
I'll start off. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah,
you have the mic.
So, I think people have to really think about this in a certain way of when you're a high schooler, that is a period of time where you're meeting the most people that you're ever going to meet. You're talking to the most people that you're ever going to talk to, that you might have to talk to. And I feel like that's a time where you're just seeing a lot of faces. So I feel like that's the time where you want, and I feel like you're going through that change where you're going through the hormonal change and everything, where you want to look your best, you want to be the coolest, you want to do certain things to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that's not really understood is that sometimes high schoolers in general, teenagers in general, may need that push. Sometimes they may need that push, because they're going through a lot more than people may think. Obviously not going through what they're also going through, but this a different type of level. So,
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that high school is a lot different from elementary school and middle school in the way that it's a lot more nuanced, and is a lot of people are going through puberty, they're in the middle of puberty,
Mm-hmm.
and then just a lot more things that people are trying to do, they're trying to fit into, like he was saying, trying to fit into more groups, trying to find new friends, trying to fit in, basically.
Trying to fit in.
So
And find their identity.
yeah, find the identity.
Right. You two made a good point, because as adults, sometimes we may forget what it was like, and it's also a different time period. The way I was brought up, the way my siblings were brought up, or my parents, it's a different timing, different environment. I understand, and you're right. Thank you for sharing that. It's a great reminder, because as adults, we have our own stress, right? We go through our own situations, and we're trying to find ourselves in that, because things change for us. But you're right. For the teenager, we have to remind ourselves and going back, they need help, and more than ever. As you mentioned, I remember when I had you, and I was saying, I forgot where I was, but I was talking with someone. I was like, oh, I can't wait till he gets older. It'll be better. And she was like, that's when they're going to need you more. It's going to actually be worse. She's like, this is a lifetime thing. This is not when they get older. And I'm understanding that now, right? Because this is my first time having this experience with you as the oldest. So, and also with you as a second child, teenagers, I'm learning okay, the way I parent you is different the way I parent you, right? The needs are different. So yes, I might have the general rule for everyone, but accommodations or needs, again, I have to nurture that as your mom.
That's true.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. So who I gave out, right? So who left? You go. I guess you go first. Yeah.
I go first.
Can we set?
Ooh. 2, 4, 6.
8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Damn.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, Ruthie, with the pen.
All right. So now we're gonna go. Next question. How do school, social media, friendships, and pressure affect teen mental health today, based on your experience?
Okay.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So one thing I'll say is social media. It's a big thing now. Everybody knows that. It's a big thing. If you're living without social media in 2026, I don't know how you're doing it. But,
Right.
one thing I'll say is for us, like, I know that social media, that's where everybody wants to print their image, whether they're about what they say they do or whether they're not. I have a lot of peers, and, I know that, and I've seen that they try to be something online that they may not be, and I feel like that's trying to look cool or trying to, be a certain way, and I've definitely seen it a lot. But whether they try to, act gangster or try to, say that they're an athlete, but they know dang well they have never touched a weight in their life. So
you're saying it's easier to impress online, try to impress online?
Yeah, because and also we see it all the time, like even like in real sports, like for example, I'm gonna say like the NBA.
Right.
There's people behind their screens that know dang well they wouldn't say in real life, saying, oh, this guy's this guy's that. I feel like it's just it's just a thing that is, and I feel like it affects teenagers more, without a doubt. But yeah.
Okay. So how does it affect them more?
I feel like it definitely messes with the mental, for sure, because you're trying to act like you're something you're not, and deep down that you're doing that.
Right.
So now you're degrading yourself. I feel like a lot of people do that. I feel like for me, for example, freshman year, I definitely was trying to act a little cooler, trying to do this, trying to fit in, because I'm into high school now, trying to blend in now. I'm trying to look like that freshman that's there. I'm trying to trying to impress the females. I'm trying to hang out with the athletes and stuff like that. So I feel like it definitely messes with the mental, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Worried about how they feel of you, how they feel about you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What can I will say? Social media is it's a big part of life. It's becoming increasingly difficult to have a life without it.
Yeah.
And so high schoolers and teenagers who use social media, they can constantly feel like they have to create an image of themselves, so people could approve of them, basically. So they constantly feel like they have to live up to this image they made of themselves on social media. And so as Fredo said, that can really mess with their
their mind.
Yeah, their minds. Or it can make them feel like they're not good enough if they don't live up to this standard, this image of
imaginary,
imaginary.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. I'll say one thing I want to say too, friendships. I feel like friendships is definitely a big one. I didn't mention that one, but I feel like you kind of become something you're not when you see kids that you deem cool, and you do things that you wouldn't do with your family members or with anyone that you truly love. I feel like I see a lot, friendships really turn people into something else, and I've seen that a lot. So that's one thing I want to mention. Peer pressure, we see it a lot. It happens a lot. So yeah, that's what I want to mention.
Because we hear the news as well, and you see what's going on. Even though I try my best not to let you see everything, but you see what's going on. You know what's happening, and you're right. A lot of times, and even looking at the comments, they say the kids just don't listen. And it saddens me because I'm like, the reason why there's rules is to keep you safe, right?
Yeah.
And you're not going to understand everything, and it's not your job to understand everything, but it is the teenager, the child's job to listen to your adult, right? The people in your village, your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, even neighbors, right? Because you guys have a rapport with some of our neighbors that really love you and look up to you and appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And even then just offer that, advice to keep you going. And even sometimes when I take you guys out, there are people that just appreciate come in and they say that, okay, I want to speak with the young ones. I love talking to the youth.
Yeah.
And I appreciate also them speaking to you because they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But in the same token, I appreciate you guys being receptive to them and hearing them, because some of the things they say is similar to what your dad and I tell you, or your grandparents, right?
Yeah.
But it's just very valuable when you also hearing it from other adults, right? That have similar views. Yeah. So, and it takes a village. That's growing up for me. That's how it was. It's there was definitely much respect for adults. Even cursing, fighting, doing certain things. Definitely people knew, there's adults that be careful, don't do that. But now that respect for your elders and your adults is lacking, and that's a huge problem, because I still believe that it takes a village. It takes a village to help raise the children. We can't fully do it alone, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I strongly believe, and I'm speaking to the parents and guardians, find your village, find your support and people that you trust, because I also know it's not easy to bring your child around certain people or allow people to come around your child. So I'm not saying allow anyone to come into your child's life, but just be mindful of that and find your village, so that way you're not feeling alone, because the kids need that. They need to know that they're loved, that we value how they feel, and we support them and we believe in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The next one, okay, yeah. Oof, I have like 8. Oh my goodness.
All right.
I had the whole deck.
I'm about to win anyway. So whose turn was it again? We gotta remember that.
Well, I picked up, so it's his turn.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, my turn. Okay, I'll put the
Because I'm
color
last,
down.
so yeah.
Put blue.
Color's blue.
Yep.
Switch up. I see.
Blue. Blue, 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 blue. He's hiding his cards for Fredo funny.
I'll make sure. He has 3 cards though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Who's counting?
No more skips.
No skips.
No.
No more skips. Okay. I'll make sure.
Good to know. Okay,
Alright.
now go ahead.
He said, good to know. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He said blue and he didn't have blue. That's funny.
Ooh,
No,
me?
he didn't get to go yet.
Who said blue? You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
my bad. I thought,
Please,
He didn't get to go
I
yet.
thought it was him
skip me.
saying.
Skip me.
My bad.
Okay, 2.
Hold on, yeah, well.
Actually, nah. I'm not do it. Go ahead, bro.
Oh gosh. If Jerumiah wins the first game, he is. Alright.
You mind, go ahead.
Well, he found. Okay, you know what? Let's keep the blue going because we don't have.
Why not? Who knows?
Oh no. Okay, he
Well,
reversed
first
it.
Back to you.
And I'll do a favor. Reverse back to you.
You know what?
You just handed
Yo,
him.
he looked at me like
You just handed
I
him
didn't
the
know.
word.
I didn't know, really?
I didn't. I just said
Hey.
he gave me pick up.
Oh.
He was supposed to pick up 6.
So now it's me and you, or like?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna continue
oh,
to
okay,
pick
alright.
up. Come on.
That's the way I put it.
So the loser is a doggy.
Yeah.
She-
Who let
she-
the
she's about
dog
to-
out?
She's about to be the
Wait,
doggy.
go. Ooh, it's lighter now. Whoop, whoop. It's lighter now.
Yeah,
Hey, mine's
Yellow.
the lightest. I'm out.
You out, so it's us. Mm.
back to green.
Mm. So you're not cheating. I'm gonna do that. But yeah.
That's catching strays today.
Come on, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going.
Ooh.
Who let the dog out?
Ooh.
Who let the dog out?
Ooh.
The comeback's gonna be phenomenal. The comeback's gonna be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
He said, just so you know, whoever loses the dog.
You say go win?
Operos. Operos.
Opera.
When you're feeling stressed, having a bad day, feeling overwhelmed, what helps you feel better or calm down?
I'll let you start off.
All right. So when I'm feeling like stressed or overwhelmed, one thing I like to do is like listen to some music. You know, I have some of my favorite songs, whatever, that I just go on the couch or like go to my room or something, and then just put on my AirPods and then just listen to the music. I also would just like go for like a walk or something. Go for a walk, probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. It can help me like calm down, you know, alleviate stress or something like that. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool.
I like that.
Walks are great in
Yeah.
your mind. So
Yep.
yeah.
Me when I'm stressed.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm stressed,
Feeling overwhelmed.
feeling overwhelmed. I just like to make sure I'm either listening to music like he is. I like to go outside, maybe take some shots. I like to play basketball, take some shots,
Mhm.
but like not like the basketball while I'm playing, like really playing, just taking shots, trying to get my mind off whatever I'm thinking.
Okay.
Also like to watch videos. I like to watch videos. I like to watch Flight Reacts. He's a great YouTuber that I like. My favorite YouTuber.
Okay.
FTC. I just like to do like journaling too. That's another thing I've been doing. But like
Good.
I have to be more consistent with that for sure. But it's like one of the last ones where I really can't go outside if it's a rainy day or like music's out there for me. I just need to journal a little bit.
Right. Let's speak about that a little bit because I'm a big advocate on reflect,
Yeah.
and journaling. So how does that make you feel? Like, writing down your thoughts. Like, yeah.
Well, I feel like that definitely gets some stress off you. That's one of the underrated ways to get stress off you. You just write down, and right as you go, it could be about the situation, or it could be about something that you like, something that you've done. Try to clear your mind, get your mind to think about something else.
Right.
Because stress is not worth it.
No.
Honestly, it's not worth it. Honestly, you have one life, and you just try to like clear your mind off whatever's stressing you out. So,
Right.
journaling's a big thing.
It is, yes. And as we're talking about writing and clearing your mind, I remember a proud moment of teaching you how to advocate for yourself, right? Making sure that you're being assertive, not aggressive, right? Or not passive, but not that you were passive, but balancing and just knowing how to be assertive and be respectful. And you watch me because pretty much email, like there's some thoughts you need to get out and you need to convey to someone. So I also use emailing as a form of communication to reach the person, especially if I don't have the phone number or if I'm unable to reach them at that certain time. At least I get it off my chest and I'm able to express my concern or how I felt. And then when they get a chance to see it, and they'll see it. So one thing I noticed with you, I forgot what grade you were in, but there was something that happened at school and you were not happy with it. And I remember very prior to that, I gave you permission, but I said, put me in the email. Always put me in the email, And you advocated for yourself. You wrote the email. It was nice, well written, well said, and just expressing how you felt and what happened. And I said, okay. And even one of your sisters, she did that as well. There was something wrong with her email. And she did the same thing. She emailed her teacher, but she made sure she put me in the email. And that's really good because as you're growing up, you have to learn how to advocate for yourself. And I just wanted to make the connection because again, with writing, we talk about journaling and express your thoughts, but writing is really important because that's another way you can convey your message. It's not all the time you're gonna be able to pick up a phone and talk to somebody. It's not all the time you'll be able to go in person and have a conversation with somebody.
True,
so writing, again, to mention that is really good because you can write it. Well, we don't really do letters, but the email, definitely you can write the email or message respectfully.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Why do you think some teens struggle to open up about their feelings or ask for help?
I'll start it off.
Okay.
I think it's most of the time, it's either out of embarrassment sometimes, or it could be out of feeling alone. And I feel like feeling alone is definitely the worst one, without a doubt. When you're feeling alone, that's when you feel like nobody cares about you. You feel like you tell somebody something, they're just gonna use it. They're gonna use it against you or kind of use the information to turn on you. And that's when you have a past of like people doing that stuff to you. So I feel like it's like many outlets that lead to either being embarrassed or feeling alone.
Right.
Definitely betrayal leads to
fear of being judged.
Fear of being judged and betrayed is like, it leads to the fear of being alone. Well, you're alone, so you fear that you can't trust nobody to tell anything to. So it kind of like intertwines a little bit. But it's just like, for example, like let's say like I have something on my chest, right? Let's have something on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a certain relationship with person A, where I may want to like tell them, okay, I trust them. But person B, if like let's say they may be closer to me in reality, but I don't trust them, I may not want to tell them. So it just depends on how you think about it. It's like, it can happen in different ways. Yeah.
Right. And each friendship, each relationship is unique, is different.
Yeah.
You might be close with this person, close with that person, but you know what you can share with like you
one
said,
person. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you said it better.
And you can't share with the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially depending on the situation. So I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with what you were saying. There's a lot of factors, a lot of outlets, like you said, that can lead to that. That can contribute to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or they might feel like there's no use to doing it. Like it wouldn't like accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Like if they tell like in adult or another kid, somebody trust, like they might not like understand what they're going through, or they might try to downplay it, or so there's definitely a lot of things that can make them not want to tell anybody or seek help and such.
Right. And I appreciate what you said as well, to downplay it. That's the thing. Guess what? Adults go through that as well. So it's not just teenagers.
Yeah.
You felt some type of way about a situation or what someone said or did, and then other people try to downplay it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem with relationships or friendships, because it's really important to validate how someone feels. Even if you might not totally understand why he or she feels that way, that's not your job to say, oh, she's too sensitive, or he's too sensitive, or he's taking. Your job, if you're the person that offended the person, is to validate how she feels or how he feels and talk about it. Have healthy conversations.
Yeah.
I know for me, I didn't grow up learning how to have healthy conversations. That's something I had to learn along the way as I got older, going to college, starting to work, being in different environments. And it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough at first, because certain things is like, what? Because so either you hold it in or you react, maybe overreact.
Yeah.
Neither are good, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a balance where you feel comfortable, even if it is uncomfortable, to express how you feel, And there's times that you do need to reflect. Certain things may happen, and you need to evaluate the situation and say, hey, you know. But again, if it's burning and it feels like it's necessary to talk about it, then you have to talk about it, regardless if people will downplay it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And it's like, you know.
And do you think that's the reason why some teens may feel uncomfortable speaking to adults that they have in their life, whether it's parents, guardians, or whoever?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, there's certain things that a teenager would not want to tell their parents because they feel like the parents will be disappointed in them, or they may feel like the parents are going to perceive them differently, or may take away privileges. There's many reasons why. And it's like, you know, when they kind of shelter that in, and then, you know, it's just because of that thought that's within. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember one time there was advisory at a school where I used to sub, and this was really good. I was happy actually because I had a chance to speak to them. This was like right before COVID, but I had a chance to hear how they felt, and we all had something in common, which was our parents, like the thought process on how they conveyed a message. But I'm happy I was able to let them know, hey, you're not alone. I went through this how many years ago as well, but give them a different perspective to say, your parents doing this because they love you. They're not expressing it the right way to making you happy. They're rough with it, but having parents from the Caribbean or coming to this country, you know,
it's different.
They have their own, they have their own challenges and how they, you know, this is what they were taught, they learned. So it's like for them, they just want this and that because they don't want you to get into any type of trouble. So they're doing it with love. Yeah. However, I'm not saying everything is right because I've heard along the way, a couple of years or even recently this year, where an adolescent was sharing how he felt with his parents' parenting, you know. And I had to express them, and I did validate. One thing is I did validate how he felt. I said, yes, this situation could have been handled differently, because that's important as we're talking about validation, right? Yeah. However, I also had to help him think about his choices. What led to that, right? What you did could have caused X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So you have to think about that too. Yes, you don't focus on the parent and how, you know, they reacted and this and that. Let's focus on your behavior, on how, if you did things differently, then it would not have led to that, right? Yeah. And also to get the perspective of they love and care about you. You're a minor. They're responsible for you. Something happens, they're responsible to call in and they're responsible to say, hey, where were you? Or where was this? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're accountable. But more importantly, they love you and they want you to be safe.
You
know,
that's parent,
yeah, mom, dad, or they express it differently. But at the end of the day,
it's all the same.
Right, it's because they love you and they want the best for you.
Yeah.
And I also had to express them, watch the news and see what's happening, what's whatever. Or look at your situation, and there are other adolescents or children who wish they had your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that really helped because just hearing back from the parent, like, they were so happy that we even had that conversation. So again, just to go back into saying, as you were saying, like, it's really important for us to talk to teenagers and fellow teenagers. Because I remember that you said the school giving you the certificate as a leader and recommending you to become part of the group is really good. So yes, the adults is good that we're having this conversation, but it's also, I want to encourage you to, like, if it's someone that you have a rapport with, a friendship or acquaintance, but you know, hey, he's not like that or she's not like that, and you see that they're down or discouraged, it's good to talk to them. Maybe that conversation will go a long way, whether they may have been thinking about suicide or harming themselves or harming someone else. The fact that you took the time out to check in on them and to pour into them, then, you know, right. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying do this all the time because sometimes people's energy could be draining, so you don't want to take in that negative energy, right? Yeah. So, and then you too, you want to make sure that this is a somewhat of a mutual friendship. If this is a friend, like where he is checking in on you or she's checking on you as well, it should never be a one-way relationship.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big thing.
Yeah. All right, this leads us to our next question. What advice would you give to another teenager who feels alone, anxious, or emotionally overwhelmed?
I'll into this one.
Okay.
I feel like I would advise them to, like, find someone who they can, like, trust, find that one sole person who they can confide in and talk to. And I'd also advise them to just, like, find that one thing that they like, that they enjoy, that they can, like, help them go on, you know? Yeah. Because that's very important to have, like, to have a reason to you know, to live, a reason to go on and stuff. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Well, the first thing I would say is if you're overwhelmed, I think you should drop whatever's giving you that stress. obviously it's not that easy sometimes, but that's definitely like one thing I would say. Like if you can, you should do that.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then you should seek help. I feel like there's always going to be someone that can help you with that. So yeah. If you're anxious, I would say to realize why you're anxious. Like try to find why you're anxious. Is it because of a person? Is it because of something that's coming up? Is it because of, it could be X, Y, Z, anything, but you just gotta try to find the reason and like find a way to cope with that reason.
Yeah.
It don't have to be like you just ignoring it, but it could be like you find different strategies, whether it's talking to someone you trust, telling them, and or planning for something. So it's like different stuff like that, I would say.
Right. And maybe they might need help and guidance on figuring out what's causing them to feel that way and how can they basically, like you said, not ignore it, but evaluate to see, does whatever's stressing you, does it serve you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once we break it down and start to see like, this doesn't serve us, it's not helping us, then it's easier to let go of that stress. Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about what stress does to the body and the mind. I'll start with body first. Yes, because it's important. So let's talk about how stress affects the body, okay? So the cardiovascular system, that's one way. So constantly elevated heart rate and blood pressure increase the risk of hypertension, heart attacks, and stroke, right? So we really have to be mindful. We really have to be mindful of that. Stress will affect your body, right? Hypertension, it could cause stroke or a heart attack. So that's something that we need to be mindful of. And second, immune system. Chronic stress lowers the body's ability to produce white blood cells. Okay, so making it more susceptible to frequent infections or illnesses. Sometimes we don't understand where this is coming from, but it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, my teacher, I'm actually learning about that. I have a health class. We're learning about the importance of white blood cells. They fight off a lot of things. They fight off a lot of things that could hurt your body. So it's important. So the fact that you just told me that, I didn't know about that. But
so you should make a connection with the school. Yeah. I'm happy you shared that to see, like, sometimes people think, oh, I'm learning. Why am I learning this? I don't need this in life. And look, you're making a real life connection right there.
We're doing a CPR class and we're going to different things. And that's one of the things that she mentioned. So that's big. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Digestive tract. So it can cause stomach pains, bloating, acid reflux. So these are things to look out for as well. Muscular system. If you feel like your muscle or something part of your body starts to hurt and it was not hurting you before, sit back and reflect and be like, oh, I might be stressing. Let me take it easy. Let me relax, because you are the one that have control over your happiness. No one else.
And health.
Yes, and your health. Metabolism. Muscular system. So the muscles tense up to guard against injury, which frequently results in tension, headaches, neck pain, and bodily aches. Next is the metabolism. So elevated stress hormones can alter the metabolism, contributing to weight gain, obesity, and an increase in risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay, this is about the body here. And you can find this information on Google, or if you use ChatGPT or whatever it is. You can also talk to your health provider. You'll hear similar things, I'm just sharing this information, but you definitely can find it on Google so you can get more information and resources. Let's talk about the mind now. Let's talk about the mind. How stress affects the mind. Brain structure. Prolonged exposure to high cortisol levels can reshape neutral pathways. All right, so which is causing the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for the learning and decision making, to shrink, which hypersensitize the brain to fear and stress. Okay, we gotta manage your stress. Okay, find your happiness. Memory and concentration, which it frequently impairs, right? And the hippocampus, leading to the forgetfulness and brain fog and reduced focus. Okay, and then we leading again to mental health, right? It's all about mental health. And June, we'll be talking about mental health, right? So all around, it's like we need to talk about it to bring awareness and see how can we take control, right? So we don't lose it. We don't lose our mind, and we nurture our mind. Just like we nurture our body and we nurture everything else, we have to eat. We got to nurture our mind as well. And sleep disturbance. That's another one. We need sleep to be able to function. So stress affects the mind, okay? So I hope these were helpful. Again, or for Google, you can get more information and resources.
Just
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Fred lost, but you won, so you go first. That's me. Don't worry.
okay. Alrighty. Hold up.
Oh, he's stacking. He coming out hot. He's like, I'm coming in hot.
I had a good day.
All right. You got him again.
Good. Okay. Appreciate it.
That's how scared we are, man. Giving him 2 turns before I'm going.
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He messing with me, Jeru.
Oh snap!
He messing with me.
Yo, get back.
See, he already has 3 cards. This is crazy. 2 now.
I told him well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my turn?
It's wait. Oh yeah. It's his turn
Yeah,
because
go on,
I put
He
Okay.
reversed it, so yeah.
Oh, yes. It will.
Dang.
What?
That's right. Dang. Uno.
He said, dang, like he didn't have the card. Like, oh.
The color.
Blue.
He come back with that blue like the last. Okay. It's my turn? Yeah, because you know I don't have blue. It's all good. So I got blue now.
I just feel like if he has blue, I'm getting mad. All right.
Oh, you're more concerned about you.
No way.
Oh, it's like time. Yeah. Oh, you knew.
Okay. All right, let's go.
He said, all right, let's go.
Yes.
Uno.
Oh.
I ain't taking that chance. Not gonna lie.
Go ahead. You should take that chance.
Yeah, it's alright.
He said, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not taking that
Wouldn't
chance. Yeah.
matter.
What
Woohoo! He gotta come back.
What I tell you
He
guys?
gotta come back.
What I tell you guys? Now we gotta
Solid
go
one.
one more round after
Yep.
before we finish. I promise you one more round. Gotta break that tie.
We gotta settle this once for all.
Gotta pay attention.
That's close.
Okay. Uno.
Might be the
Damn.
doggy. It might be the opposite ways.
That's 26.
Oh shoot!
See what you did? See, you got him mad. So
Green,
now
green.
you know what I'm saying?
Colors are
He quick,
green.
he
Not
quick
gonna
with
lie.
his. He said, I'm not gonna lie. He said, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright. Go ahead, ma.
He skipped me.
Go ahead, ma.
If I can.
Mm.
Red.
Red. That's your choice.
It might swap. Oh, you right back to
I didn't
that
learn my lesson.
lucky 8, bro. It's been lucky 8 for real. It's been lucky 8 all night.
Oh, man.
What about any means necessary?
As I gather my cards.
Oh, dang.
You about to pick up 2.
Not the big.
Damn.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a doggy. Because you beat me
That's
last
all he cares about. Don't be looking at my cards there. Don't be looking at my cards.
Yeah, I was doing these.
Go ahead,
He
ma.
said, damn.
I'm getting no good cards. Yellow.
Lucky.
Yes.
Dang.
What's happening?
No way. Hold on.
Everybody wants to be done.
Okay, I can't play. Go.
Oh, where's Taylor's?
Word, say less. Say less. It's getting interesting.
Yeah.
All right, good. Oh.
Dang. Dang.
Uno.
Oh, shoot.
Uno.
Oh, shoot.
Uno. Blue.
If you don't get blue, if you get some.
Blue. Uno. Who let the dog out?
You know what that means,
Who
bro?
let the dogs out?
So you've been stuck in the middle.
How can parents, teachers, and families better support teenagers and create safe space for honest conversations?
I'll start off with this one. I think to better support teenagers, I feel like you have to be able to relate with them.
Okay.
at some level. And you're able to relate with someone in general, it kind of helps make things easier. I feel
That's
like
true.
so with the teenager, I feel like being able to get with the times. That's something get with the times. There's different times now, so get with the times, understand what they're going through, and kind of give them good advice. Good advice to get through, that. What was the second half of it? Second half of it was,
No problem. So I'm gonna say it again. How can parents, teachers, and families better support teenagers and create safe spaces for honest conversations?
honest conversations. Okay. Okay.
So creating safe space, you talk a little bit about building a rapport,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're saying obviously for parents, teachers, and families, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But for safe space, that comes with trust. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. It comes with trust.
Right.
So trust is important, and it's hard to gain but easy to lose. So when it comes to that type of thing, especially with teenagers, I know that we tend to lose trust off fast. With one little thing makes you lose trust. So I think be able to build trust so they can be able to tell you the situation.
Okay.
That's number one. And that sets the platform for everything else to fit this puzzle.
Right. You said a good point there. Easy. You said quick, hard to gain, easy to lose the trust, right?
Yeah.
So that's something adults have to keep in mind, because you want the teenager to be receptive to the message that you're trying to convey. So it's really important to create time to get to know them and build that relationship first instead of just rushing to them with the important message that you want to share.
Yeah, I do like what he was saying, and I agree with everything he was saying. Kind of the same thing I'm about to say is that, like, I think parents, teachers, and families, all three of those, they have to, as he said, learn to get with the times, learn to get with the times, learn to like have an open mind, learn to see things from a different perspective.
Okay.
And for parents and families specifically, I feel like they have to learn to compromise, like meet them in the middle, so sort of meet teenagers in the middle. Like they have to learn to be okay, learn to compromise, learn to be okay with not like things not turning out how they imagine it in their head all the time. So
Okay. Yeah, I like that too. Okay. So compromise. Compromise and learning about the new era, like what's going on now, to get with the,
get with the times.
Get with the times.
Yeah, get with the times. Yeah, that's a good thing that very said.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you too for joining me on Flourish with Ruth podcast.
Of course, for having us.
This was no problem. This was a pleasure. And again, this is an important topic, mental health, and I wanted to highlight mental health for teenagers as well. This is a conversation that needs to be had ongoing, not just today. It could be a starting point, but this is something that's important. And me as your mom, if there's ever anything that you feel like you want to talk about, always come to me and talk about it. Find the right time. If you don't need alone time with me, you let me know, or just let me know and I'll create that time and space for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you to our viewers for watching. I hope this episode was beneficial for you and your family. As always, keep flourishing.